Congratulations to DRC Congo players. They have made their country proud, and also they have made themselves proud. After 50 years of not being to the World Cup, it looks like they will finally go to the World Cup. Because with what I saw them last night playing, the fire in them, I don't see any team stopping them in that intercontinental playoff if they continue this way. I must say, as in Nigeria, let's remove sentiment, let's remove emotion, let's remove a spirit of patriotism out. The better team on the night won the game. The team who really want to be at the World Cup won the game. The team who understood what it means to represent your country, to put on your national jersey on and play for your country, won the game on the night. Because the Super Eagles, if there's anything super about them, they were nowhere to be found. They only play just 45 minutes of the game. Only first half of the game. In that first half, know that they were totally dominant in the game. But you can say they have an edge over the DRC in that first half. But after then, they went to the sleep. It was all about DRC Congo second half. They dominate from every department of the field, from the back to the midfield to the attack. Their undoing is, hey, they were not clinical in the front of the goal. That's the only reason why they dragged the game to the extra time. Even in that extra time, they continue from where they stop. They dominate. They play Nigeria hands down. In fact, I've been watching Nigeria for so long time. I have never seen any African country play Nigeria this way. I have never seen. Yeah, we can be getting beaten by Cote d'Ivoire or Ghana or Cameroon, but they have never dominated Nigeria in playing like this way. They haven't. But these guys, they play Nigeria hands down. So congratulations to them. Because if you look at Nigeria Super Eagles, and you're like, hey, they are not ready to be at the World Cup at all. The players, they don't know what it means to play at the World Cup at all. Yes, there's enough blame to go around. From the NFF, they say he who failed to plan to fail. After we failed to qualify to the World Cup in 2022, I think immediately they will have, kick-start the planning for the 2026. But they went to the sleep. How can you have 4 coaches in one single qualification to the World Cup? In one single qualification, how can you have 4 coaches? And you think you're going to qualify? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But that is what you got when you have politicians running your football. Politics everywhere. When you do not put the round peg in a round hole, that is what you got. The result, that is what you got. I remember in 2022, that game, against Ghana, prior to that game against Ghana, a simple question asking the former NFL president, hey, what do you think about the game? He said, oh, Nigeria is going to be at the World Cup. Do you know the bilateral relationship between Nigeria and Qatar? In fact, they want to see Buhari at Qatar. They want to see him. Do you know how much they want to see him? I'm like, what? What concerns your president and the World Cup they are talking about? This is football. You are bringing politics to it. At the end of the day, Nigeria failed to qualify to that World Cup. And the World Cup was hosted successfully. In fact, it was become one of the best World Cups so far to be hosted by FIFA. And what are we talking about now? You have some people in place of authority to run your football. Look at what they are doing, messing up the whole thing. And that is what you got. When you don't have the right people managing your football, politicians, they are the ones running football. And that's what you have. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria is not going to play at the World Cup again 2 times consecutively, 2 times in a row. This is a country that used to qualify to the World Cup when Africa used to have just 3 representatives. Now Africa is going to have 10. If DRC Congo go all the way, Africa is going to have 10 representatives, and then my dear country Nigeria will not be there. It's a shame. It's a shame. A country that proud herself to be a football nation. It's quite unfortunate. It is. And no blame to go around. And to the player themselves. Sometimes you forget that whatever has happened in your country. You have to play for the pride of your nation, for your career. Because you are a professional player. Pray for your legacy. Because the dream of every professional player is to play at the World Cup, because that's the zenith of every football tournament, the peak of it, the Mundial. If you cannot play at the World Cup, we are not talking about Niger or Benin Republic, no disrespecting to them. But Nigeria, and then you cannot play at the World Cup as a player. I don't know what history will be say about those generation of Super Eagle. Because history going to have it that these are the group of the players that failed woefully to qualify Nigeria to the World Cup in two occasions successfully. And it's totally unacceptable. It can be so heartbreaking and painful, especially for those who have invested their emotion and their interest in it. It's heartbroken. And you're like, what is going on in the country Nigeria? The only thing that unites the country, the only thing that brings us together, they are messing it up. They are messing it up. And nobody's going to do anything about it. And to the coach, what kind of substitution is that? Toward the end of the game, I was expecting you to bring in the captain, Ekon, because he's a good penalty taker. You do not bring him in? Wow. I mean, it was just abysmal, so disappointing, so horrible, totally unacceptable. It totally preposterous. What kind of performance is that from the player? We are expecting them to do more than that. You know, you see, the top players anywhere in the world, like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, they have won everything, you know, when it comes to club football, but they feel like, hey, they are not satisfied because they haven't won anything with their national team. And that's why you see them, they want to go all the way. Not until recently, when Messi have able to win 2 Copa America with the Argentina, also the World Cup with Argentina now he's contemplating whether he's going to go for next year World Cup or not, because he has done it all, both for the country and for the club. One of the reasons why Cristiano Ronaldo want to go for the World Cup is because he feel like, hey, maybe Portugal can still have a chance of winning the World Cup coming, you know, next year. That's why he want to go. If not, had it been he has won the World Cup, probably by now the guy have, might have resigned from national team. Even though he has won some couples of, glory with national team. He has won European nation and also the championship with Portugal. But he feel like the biggest of them all is World Cup. He's going to give it a shot. But you have never, some of you guys have never stepped your foot at the World Cup before. You don't have experience or have the feeling of to play at the World Cup, and you're playing like that. When you retire from football, when you hang your boot, you're going to look back and you will regret. Forget about the money. Yes, you're going to get the money and all of that. But that feeling, that fulfillment of playing at the World Cup, money cannot buy it. Money cannot buy it. I am so disappointed in some of those players. I know there are so many issues, so many problems on the ground. We all know that. But sometimes you have to just play for your personal pride and legacy. Man, it's totally unacceptable.